Hello everyone, my name is Luigina. I'm an English teacher at Hallo Servizi Linguistici in beautiful Bologna in northern Italy. Welcome to my mini lesson on greetings in the workplace. This mini lesson is part of a series of mini lessons and webinars that we are organizing here at Hallo for you. They will be shown from the 18th of January to the 23rd of January. Please remember that as of the 8th of February, our group courses here at school and online will start up again. If you'd like to receive some information, just send us an email or give us a call. Now, let's move on to the topic of the mini lesson, greetings in the workplace. Let's see how you can be professional and friendly when you greet your foreign colleagues. Who do you usually greet and meet at work? Foreign co-workers, customers from abroad, a new colleague, your boss perhaps, or a supplier. No matter who you're meeting, remember, it's always important to make a first good impression. Here are some tips for when you meet and greet foreigners. If you're sitting at your desk, stand up. It's polite to change your physical position and greet a person face to face. Look at the person in the eye. This means you're engaged and interested in the other person. Smile and say who you are. Introduce yourself. Remember, a smile is always welcoming. Try to remember the person's name while you're speaking and pronounce it properly. Speak clearly, don't mumble, and be confident. In English, as in many languages, there are different ways to manage greetings and first meetings. What do you usually say and do to be polite? In some cultures, it may be polite to ask a lot of questions and show curiosity, while in others it may be more respectful to be silent and say very little. Body language is another important aspect. Do you handshake? Do you bow? Or do you give a kiss on the cheek? What about small talk? Small talk after first greetings really is important. Do you invest time to build relationships with small talk first and then move on to work? Or is it better to focus directly on the task and think about building up a relationship afterwards? I think it really depends on your culture, but also on your personality. Let's take a look now at two very short videos. We're going to see Matt from London and Stephanie from Germany. This is their first meeting. Let's see the way they communicate.
Just through here, thank you.
Stephanie. Hi, I'm Matt.
Hello.
Coffee?
What?
Can I get you a coffee?
Oh, no, thank you. Do you have power?
Listen, why don't you come with me? I can show you the office and introduce you to a few people.
But I've got everything ready to discuss.
Yeah, but it'll only take a few minutes. Do you know the design guys?
No. Well, yes, a bit. I met James in Germany.
Great. Well, let's go and say hello. So, first time in London?
No, I was here several times.
Great. Good trip over?
Yes.
Great. Here they are. Guys, this is Stephanie. You've met before, right?
Yes, in Cologne. Guten Tag. Great to see you again.
Hi.
I'm Alistair. Good to finally meet you in person.
Ah, yes. Hello, Alistair. Oh, excuse me.
So that was the first video. Did you see how informal and friendly Matt was trying to be? Let's look at the second video.
Just through here. Thank you.
Stephanie, hi.
Hi.
I'm Matt Farnham, Head of UK Operations. I'm glad we could arrange this meeting.
Yes, me too.
Okay, shall we make a start? You've only got 2 hours, is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, well, let's focus on getting up to date with the project. There are a few issues I'd like to discuss.
This video was quite different, wasn't it? Matt was much more formal. So, these two videos really showed different introduction and communication styles. In the first video, Matt was very relationship focused. He asked Stephanie quite a few questions and wanted to introduce Stephanie to his colleagues in order to build up relationships. In the second video, Matt was very task-focused. He was friendly and professional, but quite formal. He really wanted to get down to business immediately. Here are some adjectives that we can use to describe the two styles: efficient, effective, open, friendly, polite, professional, formal, quiet, organized, rude, and informal. In the first video, Matt was very friendly, open and informal, yet still professional. Stephanie was very efficient. She was slightly quiet and also a little rude, don't you think? In the second video, Stephanie was very polite and still quiet, while Matt was effective, efficient, and formal, much more than in the first video. What type of style do you prefer? Here are some informal aspects of the first video. Let's look at some of the words. Hi, I'm Matt. Can I get you a coffee? Do you know the design guys? He calls his colleagues guys. What about when Stephanie actually met the guys? Do you remember that James said Guten Tag? This is a very friendly way to approach a new colleague, a foreign co-worker, trying to say a few words in his or her language. Have you ever tried to do that? I find it quite useful. And here are some expressions from the second video where Matt was a little bit more formal. He introduces himself and describes his position, head of UK operations, and he also uses some other formal expressions like, shall we make a start? Let's focus on. Which style do you prefer when you meet foreign co-workers, colleagues, customers or suppliers? Relationship focused or work focused? Here are some expressions that you can use when you meet, greet, and introduce people. Hi, hello, good morning or good afternoon if you want to be a little bit more formal. Guten Tag if you want to say a word or two in a foreign language. You can ask the person about his or her trip, or if he or she would like something to drink. When we introduce someone, we can say, let's go and say hello to, like Matt did. We can ask the person if he or she has ever met the other colleagues. And we can use very informal expressions like guys, this is, as Matt did. Again, here I'd like to give you some more expressions on how to introduce yourself. Informal, hi. A little bit more formal, hello. Pleased to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you. May I introduce myself? These are formal expressions. Like, let me introduce myself. What about how do you do? This is an expression that we use when we introduce ourselves. Be careful, don't confuse it with how are you? Here we have some expressions that you can use when you want to introduce someone else. For example, Tim, I'd like to introduce you to Ilana. Tim, I'd like you to meet Ilana. Tim, have you met Ilana? Tim, this is Ilana. Ilana, this is Tim. And finally, here are some responses when introducing yourself to other people. Nice to meet you. I'm pleased to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you. Again, how do you do? We've come to the end of our mini lesson. I hope these expressions have been useful for you. Please continue watching the mini lessons and the webinars that we've prepared for you here at Hallo Servizi Linguistici. If you have any questions or you'd like to receive some information on our courses, send us an email or give us a call. Bye for now.